Is that in too far now?
No, that's exactly where it's meant to be.
Oh, okay.
Lovely new bearing in that. Don't use the old bearing to hammer in the new bearing because you'll get it stopped.
Because it don't fucking work.
Right. Where's that grease, Dad?
There.
Where? And we're going to assemble with plenty of grease. So, pack the bearing.
Let me give this a flash.
Okay. Oh. Get plenty on your finger. Right, I'm going to start building up the rear axle. It's been another hour since then. What's up?
Nothing.
Right. It's been another hour since then because when I unpacked the bearings earlier, I didn't check sizing, and the sizing was just out. I think I remembered measuring them and then ordering them, but I've just run out. Been about an hour, ran to a local bearing supplier and managed to get a whole set of bearings. So there's a new set of bearings and a new set of seals, but like I said, it was a nightmare. I had to run around to go grab those. So the ones I ordered offline, again, stuff you order online, it's a nightmare, never right half the time. So local supply came good, so we got those. All of these bits, all the cush drives, I'm going to build that up. So these were knackered anyway, look, absolutely spent. So to pull these out, I thought if I'm going to be in here, I want to be in here once. So the old cushions out. We're going to get this with a wire wheel and clean it all up. All of this as well. While we got it off. Where's that thingy? Right, so that's all built and cleaned up now, so look at building the sprocket onto it. These are the new cush drives I've got supplied. Obviously the old ones weren't in terrible shape, but compared to these, and that's actually something that fits. Get a little bit of white grease, put this in to stop them squeaking. Help lubricate things along. So we go in. Now I've got to remember how all this axle goes back together. We did take it apart quite quickly and in haste. And that. Wow. The size difference in the sprockets. I looked for the smallest sprocket I could find online, so you can just totally tell the difference in that. Like we said, when we were building the engine, we saw that obviously it got like a lockout on the selector to stop it from selecting things, so the thing's probably never been out of first gear anyway. So, right, now I've got to remember how all this goes together. So, I've got seals. Assuming one goes that side, then you whack the bearing in. That's this side then that side, so I've just got to look at it now and remember how I took it apart. The frame ready to come out now, Dad?
Yeah. The frame's down there.
Ah. Right, so now we've got the axle clean and built. got new bearings. So that one's going to push hammer on over there, but I've got to get the seal on first. So I believe it'll go seal, then bearings. I don't think we hammer it all the way home, do we? Oh, we'll put the bearings in. Well, I've got to put it out. And then that goes. I'll put it in mint though. That's like the smallest sprocket you can ever get on that anyway. Right, we'll catch up when I'm trying to push this back in the axle, and then we'll get the frame out, and then we'll start building this up. Once this is in the back axle, that's half of the battle. Then we start building up the other house. That bottom plate's going to need another coat, isn't it? Yeah. Ciao for now. We haven't got a chain guard to do aside. It was missing when I bought the bike. I'm not that bothered about it anyway. What else? Let's get those two axle tubes, Dad. That's right. So, threw some paint on that. It's the closest we could get to passion red. What was available. Come out quite nice, to be honest. So hopefully we can get the frame built up and rolling today. If I do that, I'll be happy. And then literally, I think we're going to start the engine tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a long enough day. Not a problem. We can come back to it. We'll try and get the bike rolling today. If we get the bike built and rolling today with all the headstock built back up and the wheel back wheels on the tyres on, I'll be happy. Good. Sure. Not too shocking. It's got a little dent in it. Yeah, it's not too bad at all, is it?
No. Come up alright.
Yeah. Throw some lacquer on it. I mean, there's a dent in the top of the tank, but we could nitpick it. But you know, so I'm not really not fussed about it. Right, yeah, put that somewhere safe.
Back in the paint room.
Back in the paint room, yeah. I'm going to pull the thing away and I'm going to build these wheels up. Dad.
Yeah.
Do you want to just shoot those two?
Yeah.
You just shoot those two again in the inner rim. Let's see where the rims are.
Oh yeah.
Just shoot those again. And thingy, let me just check on the camera. Yeah, we've got loads of time. Well, it says it took 13 minutes to put that axle in.
Yeah.
The camera says 13 minutes. If you said, oh, it takes 13 minutes to put an axle in, that does not feel like 13 fucking minutes.
No.
But
13.
13 minutes the camera's been running.
It's a 30.
Yeah. There's a nice new sprocket all cleaned up and built up. That's going to look nice, isn't it? We've got that red chain as well. So, right, we're going to pull this out of the way because I'm going to be building wheels now. That one was a total fail. To be honest, I took my dad out for wheelbarrow tubes, and that's about as wide as he got. So we'll stack them in for now just so we can get the thing rolling. I'll buy some proper tubes online. Either that or failing that, we could put O-rings in or silicone the two centres together. But let's just build so we can get the thing rolling, and then we'll go from there. So let's just build these up. Right, what am I doing now? I've built the wheels up. Now I've started building them back up on the frame. Right, this has all been painted. Like I said, we did it in the closest colour we could find, the passion red, which is apparently the correct name and colour code for the ATC, or Honda red. I'm going to put the front yokes in, build them all up with fresh grease. I hate picking masking tape off. We put this on this morning. Fuck off. There's going to be nothing available, is there? Screwdriver, universal tool, chisel, scraper, pry bar, does it? How has it got that sticky? Yeah, maybe I should have edited this shit out. Fuck off. Paint's gone a little bit bloomy because it's actually cold in the workshop. Fuck off. Okay, got one up player off. How good that's in shot, but basically we're going to build up the grease up that stem, and then we're going to build the bearings onto it. And then once the bearings are all nice and sticky on it, and on a nice little magnetic screwdriver, that top unit can come off. Okay, get a good dollop of grease, lock them all the way there around the end of the stem. There's no wrong way of doing this. You can't put too much grease on it. I suppose you could put too much grease on it. And then you just start laying them in. So there, you drop them on the carpet and lose them, the magic carpet. It's clean. And, honestly, there does not look like there's enough bearings here to do the top and bottom. picking up 2, 3, 4 at a time because the grease is sticking around. Maybe there is such a thing as too much grease. No, it's not like a. We used to do this back in the day. The only way I learned how to do this was rebuilding push boxes as kids. We used to put different cranks in them. We used to get different crank gears and change the front sprockets and cogs and stuff. The way you learnt was taking shit apart. You normally ruin it doing it, but that's how you learn. To be honest, I should have really looked at getting another set of headstock barrels. They probably have come with cages, you know, you can literally just drop them straight in. But like I say, this has got such low use on it that half of the bits weren't actually in bad shape. Rear axle bearings were a bit noisy, but I think they were mainly dry more than clogged. So, right, I think that's your lot. Oh shit. So that's fully packed with grease and it's ready to insert. You'll obviously know if they're sitting correctly. Gone straight in beautifully. Not the only thing that has gone straight forward on this. So now I'm going to pick it up, move it back, and just let it rest like that. Now I can build the top. Same method, plenty of grease in there. Nice little film of grease. I probably won't go as ATC with the grease up here. So yeah, so basically just laying in the bearings. You right, Dar?
Yeah. Been with my belly full. Oh, we get the forks in.
Yeah, forks are going in. Just building up the bearings now.
That tank's not doing bad actually. I'm happy with that.
Looks a lot better without that stupid bar riser made out of box section, doesn't it? really happy with the progress of this so far. So we're getting there. We've got a few other bits in there, the grab rail and the pull start. The engine's coming along nicely. I'm going to get on and finish that either today or tomorrow. Well, not today obviously, sorry, tomorrow or the weekend. That's the 88 barrel of the other bore. The new pistons in here as well that needs obviously thingy. We did get a gasket set for in the end. We did find one. I found a top end set locally. What was it, like £4?
Yes.
So, but no, the ATC's coming along really nice. We've got that dent in the tank still. We were going to try and pop it out. We were going to fill it, but to be honest, it's kind of a wounder. But the tank's good shape, so we'll see how we get on. If it really annoys us, we'll try and pop it out afterwards. If not, then I'll just send the tank off to the body shop and we can have it done later. Wheels look nice. The frame looks spanking. Inside the forks up. So join us again for some more progress once we get back onto it. Ciao for now.